SEAT Automobile Repairs. If you're looking for help fixing your SEAT automobile, look no further. Our comprehensive SEAT automobile repair guide will explain common issues, provide tips, and maybe show you how to repair your vehicle. SEAT manufactures cars that owners have come to trust. Even a trustworthy autos require occasional maintenance or repair. However, if you're in need of SEAT auto repair from experienced professionals, your local auto helper can help. The car is consuming too much oil. Fresh oil is essential for a car to function, but if you are constantly topping up your oil level, you may have a problem with the car. If you start to notice a drop-off in performance or the oil light comes on, you will definitely need to check the oil. If you don't get the oil changed regularly, you might find that the engine becomes corroded. Poor quality oil or lack of regular changes can also cause blockages in the oil filter. It is best to change the oil filter at the same time as you change the oil, although some modern cars do have a filter bypass system in place. The engine is sputtering. There are multiple parts that keep an engine running well, but a misfiring or sputtering engine is one of the most common issues. For an engine to run efficiently, the right amount of air and fuel must mix and then burn within the combustion chamber. In order for this to run correctly, there are a number of components in the fuel and ignition systems that have to work in unison. In order to keep these types of issues to a minimum, the fuel and ignition systems must be maintained and replaced according to the manufacturer's recommendations. There are gearbox problems. Transmission failures. The gearbox means that all of the power your car engine generates can be turned into the sort of rotational force that can be used by the wheels. Over time, the gears will start to wear down and you will find that it becomes more difficult to change gears. Eventually, the gearbox will fail, leading to a repair bill that could potentially reach thousands of pounds. The transmission fluid is leaking. Any transmission system needs fluid to make sure all of the working components are kept well lubricated. In automatic cars, the fluid used in transmission is also used in the hydraulic and coolant systems. Small holes can form throughout the system, which allows tiny amounts of fluid to leak. Over time, or if the leaks are severe, you will find that transmission is less efficient. Plus, you may find that the system overheats or loses pressure. In both cases, the transmission will fail. If you see a red puddle collecting under your car, it can be a sign that the transmission pan is cracked. Failed thermostat. An engine coolant thermostat controls engine temperature by blocking coolant flow to the radiator until the engine reaches a predetermined temperature. Because of this, the engine can first warm up efficiently, and then begin to maintain a safe operating temperature once the thermostat opens and allows coolant to circulate. When a thermostat fails, it can either stick open or closed. In both cases, you may find that the heater doesn't blow warm air into the passenger compartment. A thermostat that is stuck open makes it difficult for the engine to warm up and can cause it to run colder than normal. A faulty battery. The battery in your car is just one of the principal sources of electricity. The automobile is dependent on the battery to be able to function correctly. The batteries which are used in automobiles are produced from acid or lead, and therefore, their lifetime is about 5 years. Some of the usual problems that influence these batteries comprise clamp connections in addition to the collapsing of these terminals. Use lubricants on the terminals to avoid corrosion and invest in low-maintenance batteries. Spark plugs have lost the spark. The spark plugs are crucial for ignition. Without good spark plugs, you could have a number of different errors. When the spark plugs aren't doing the job correctly, they are inclined to impact the total performance of the automobile. Cleaning your spark plugs is a good idea. Replacement is necessary if spark plugs have wearied out. Source roadcomforts.com